Hey, how's it going everybody? It's me, Scott from One Last Hand. Today we're unboxing the Marvel Dice Throne X-Men Battle Chest. Long story on this one. I picked this up at the UK Games Expo, or so I thought. I picked this up at the UK Games Expo, and I actually didn't. I picked up the original Marvel characters in the battle chest, which I've already got. I think I pointed at the right one, and the guy behind the till put the wrong one in the box. Not that it matters. I spoke to them and they sent out a new version, which is really nice of them. So massive shout out to the guys at Dice Throne for doing that. Welcome to Dice Throne, a heart-pumping, fast-playing game of skillful card play and dice manipulation that will have your game nights cheering. How to play, we know how to play, and then the contents. There's 8 folding hero boards, 40 premium acrylic swirl dice, 1 rulebook, 264 hero cards, 8 hero leaflets, 8 hero health dials, 4 tile sheets, and 8 combat point dials. So let's flip this over. This is 2 to 6 players, 30 minutes, and 8+. However, if you add this to either the Dice Throne's Adventures, or if you add this to Dice Throne Missions, which I also picked up at the UK Games Expo, there's an unboxing video on the channel right now. If you add this to either of those, you end up with a cooperative version of this game as well. So you can see lots of trays in here. I'm going to just stand this up because this is what this is made for. You can stand this up and then you've got your characters in here. So I'm just going to tuck this to the side. We'll go through these relatively quickly. Let's just zoom in a bit so you can see a little better. We might be able to go one more, you know. There we go. Okay. So if we take this out, you can see that each player or each character has their own sheet, which they will be using to roll their dice. So underneath here, we will have our 5 dice. We'll roll these, and whatever our outcome, we'll be looking for which skill we're going to use. So if we got 2 claws and 2 helmets, we'll be able to take the regenerate. If we got a small straight, so each of these dice has a number on them, we'll be able to do barrage. We'll be able to do a large straight, which does more damage, etc., etc. And at the bottom here, for every character, you've got their Yahtzee, I guess. 6 helmets will let you do Berserker Rage. Now, Wolverine has a little quote here: "I'm the best at what I do, but what I do isn't very nice." Love that. And on the back, there's just a little Wolverine image there. But you're going to put this out in front of you. You're also going to have this leaflet here, and this tells you about all of the things that this character does. You're not going to be able to see this particularly well because I tell you what, it's pretty small. This is kind of like a rules clarification and a bit of detail about the complexity. On this side, each character will get some tokens, and we'll have a look at those in a second. But you can apply sort of status effects to things that you're doing, or to yourself, which will make you stronger, or to your enemies or people you're playing with, you know, on your cooperative side. So there you go. That's kind of Wolverine. We'll have a quick look at some of these. We've got the combat dice tracker. Oh, it's very stiff. Oh my lord, there we go. We might have got there. It's pretty difficult to move. Then we have the health tracker, so we can see. You need to be Wolverine to move these. We can see we can rotate that. And then finally, under each character, I'm not going to open all of these, but I will open one just so you can see it. But let's get into Wolverine's cards here. I need to buy a knife if I'm going to do unboxing videos. What am I doing? Right, here we go. We are in, and now there's various cards that they have that they can play that are going to do different things. Obviously, this card is discarded as the result of spending rage, so this is frenzy. But there's loads of things like you can gain 2 rage, you can upgrade your skill. So if we take this power level 9, 2, and we take our board again, you can see here this would sit over the top of this, and now we heal 2 instead of 1. We gain 2 rage instead of 1, and we deal the same amount of damage. But we've also got this second skill. If we just get 3 helmets, this is going to make us be able to do stuff as well. There's also things in here that let you change your dice, let you change opponent's dice, let you get various other things, let you get CP, all sorts of cards. And every every hero has their own status effects, has their own cards, which makes it a really unique one to play. Actually, it's a fun game. I found it difficult to get to the table. I think, you know, the group I play with often play kind of heavier games, and it's difficult to get this one to the table. But I think if you can get it to the table, it's a fun game, and I'm hoping that missions helps facilitate that. So next we've got Storm. We'll just really have a look at their main board, and then have a little read of their quote, and then we'll look at some of the bits on the back here. So a storm is gathering, fear its fury. Again, lots of great little images here as well. On the main card here, we've got some rules clarification. You can see in this case there's more status effects. There's our dials, and then we've got our cards, and again different dice with different patterns on. Love that, different symbols. It feels like there's a lot to learn, but I do promise it's not too bad once you're up and running with it. You know, most of the characters play differently, but obviously the principles of playing those characters is exactly the same. So next we have Psylocke. We'll just have a quick read of her card. So we have, I choose to stand between the world and those who threaten it. And there you go, you can see all of those bits here. And then again, there's the combat dial, there's the health dial, lovely pink dice over here, and an extra one, look. So Psylocke must have something unique about her. And I think that's the thing, it's really nice that you can get into those, and you know, they all play slightly differently. Iceman, do you reckon he's going to have the word chill? My powers might have limits, but I haven't found them yet. Okay, and there's the rest of the board, and then lots of things for Iceman to be doing. Extra cards here. The freezer. He's got his own unique rules about those, and there's the combat dial and track. Love that. So there's the Iceman. We've got 4 left, and then we'll just have a look. In fact, we'll break it up right now. We'll have a look at this. These are the unique tokens for each character. So you can see here, not only have we got that, we've got Standees. So we are going to be able to use these in the missions variant of the game, but obviously lots of different tokens. You'll put these in each of the heroes trays, so you won't have to keep sort of jumping around. They can be stored in there. There's the other heroes giving a sneak peek of who's in there, but we'll have a look at those in a second. And then a very quick sort of rules reference. And again, this will be based on exactly the same way as you play the other dice thrones. You don't need to buy this big chest. If you want to play this game, you can just pick up 2 heroes. I think they come in boxes of 4 generally, but I think you can just get 2 boxes and then play it. There's Cyclops. Being a leader requires holding on, and no matter what happens, never letting go. I mean, seems a little over the top, but fantastic artwork on that one. Love that. There's the support, and again, cards and the other bits and pieces in there, and some blue dice for this one. So that's you. We then have Rogue, and when we get to the bottom of this, what I'd love to know. So there's Rogue. Rogue has her board here. I heard Joel was in a heap of trouble, and I'm here to clean up the mess. Okay, fair enough. There's the card with the various icons and images that she's got, and then there's your health track and green dice for this one. Okay, we then have Gambit. What does Gambit tell us? So Gambit, do you feel better knowing you got beat by me? Not really, Gambit, I'm going to be honest. Right, let's flip this over. So there's the various cards for that. We've got some unique cards for Gambit. Not surprisingly, they've got card, hearts, spades, and those sorts of things on, I would imagine. There's the point tracker, which is still impossible to turn, and there's the health tracker and these grey dice. Very nice. Okay, so that's you done. And then finally, we have Jean Grey. We'll open Jean Grey up. Let's have a little look. So there's the artwork for that one, and the Phoenix is equal parts good and evil. The art, I have to say, the art on this is amazing. So it looks like when this when you reach a certain point, instead of just upgrading your cards, you're going to be able to place this over the top and have even more dark powers or all powers. Real nice, that one. And then there's the track. The CP dial is amazing. Look at that. And again, there's the health track as well. And then cards and dice. So that's everything that's in the box. As I say, it was a pretty quick one. What I'd love to know is who is not in this box that you'd like to see. I will just say a quick caveat to that. There is a Deadpool box as well. He comes separately. There's quite a lot of content in that box. Haven't got it. I'm thinking about picking it up. But there you go. This was the Dice Thrones X-Men Battle Chest. I'd love to know your thoughts. Let me know if you've got Dice Throne, if you enjoy Dice Throne, your thoughts on it. And we will see you all again soon. Thank you so much.